This presentation is a little timeline from the start of March, showing incrementally steps taken to reopen aspects of a department and a business, lessons that we've learned as we do these steps and then can build on. And then eventually as we march into the classroom aspect, the steps help us grow as staff and preparing the operation to support the educational cause. We broke up this work into 3 phases to make sure we are putting focus into one thing at a time, especially at the beginning. We don't want to jump too fast and leave out a detail, so that we want to make sure that we're creating a safe work environment for M&O and our custodial employees to work in, so they could prepare the spaces for the next group of employees and the public to start their work. A couple weeks of work went into planning and material gathering before employees even came back. So we've been doing this again for a little while and just trying to be as efficient as possible. In phase 1, we made sure that our employees who did not stop working, such as the dispatch center, which is a 24/7, 365 office operation, was taken care of. We quickly made some office modifications and work routine changes to limit employees working together and contractors being in the office. Our dispatch center is the only number answered in the district after hours and on breaks. So when we first shut down, we got a lot of phone calls and a lot of questions. We need to commend our employees. They really worked hard to keep focused and calm when we were at the beginning of this, both in dispatch and our custodial staff. Most custodial employees also never left and continued to support fellow employees in both nutrition services that continue to serve meals and technology services that was working very hard to support the new distance learning concept. In addition, they remained available to teachers to support them as they gathered items from the classroom and transitioned to working from home. When M&O trade employees came back in May to their regular schedule with staggered start times and physical distance measures in place, of course, we established new work protocols with risk and HR and communicated frequently to the employees about our plans, even as they were developed, so they could participate and understand what the work environment would look like before they even arrived. Supervisors communicated before employees started again what the shop priorities would be, what the workload would be, some deadlines, so the employees always had goals and could keep moving forward. Employees needed to work very independently at the beginning, so we could gauge what was safe and what other needs were necessary to complete certain work tasks. And before I returned to work in May, M&O leadership teams were already collaborating on what our tasks were going to need to be, both for our own work, but what we need to predict tasks for the other departments as well, and begin to plan for the supportive areas that we're going to need to have a robust public interaction plan. We began searching for, also at the same time, and stocking all of our PPE for the eventual returning to building occupancy. And our staff has also built glass screens for areas such as tech services and help desk and other public and teacher in preparing the enrollment center. Included in phase 1 was making up for lost time while the stay-at-home order was in fullest effect. Guardian staff had to catch up with landscaping, and custodians needed to clean aspects of the campus to make sure our properties did not become a neighborhood eyesore. It's a challenge. We also experienced a lot of vandalism and crime at the schools while they were closed and empty that required a lot of repairs and repaired fences and entry points when we returned. Our custodial leadership team also created a plan that included disinfecting every space in our district during the summer. We employed our team cleaning concept like in the past to ensure we could provide the most consistent and efficient cleaning possible, while also supporting our staff with daily check-ins at the site and make sure their physical and mental well-being are being attended to, especially during such an anxious time. Moving into phase 2 now, we started work with some departments that were needing to come back online earliest. It includes prioritizing the work and establishing when a building can open safely so it can be communicated to the public. Central Enrollment at the Garfield Central Enrollment Center on Garfield and Discovery Club were up first. And we had to have them open and operate with just a few short weeks of meetings in the summer, got them going, I think, beginning of July, if I remember correctly. We also began the discussion on numerous scenarios of what a classroom and school could look like, with the possibility they could reopen at the start of the school year, including special education, general ed, athletics, student services, and more. Some of these early opens helped us better understand what works and what needs further adjustments before student return. We also needed to establish what levels of PPE we should always have on hand and ways to keep the cost down without jeopardizing that safety. And I'll discuss the PPE in a later slide. There are some of the items prepared for central enrollment: the glass guards, the stickers. We had to install a new gate to handle the ingress and out of the public as required by the county. All of the products you see there were built and cut to size, the glass included, by M&O trade employees here in the yard. Phase 3 is the school and classroom aspect. We needed to obviously understand, so we collaborated with principals and directors to understand what that space should look like, what they're thinking in with all the other health safety guidelines in place. There's been a lot of meetings, a lot of different departments, very common goal. We want to just do it right, and we want to do it well. We broke up spaces into offices or public spaces, classrooms and meeting spaces, and we focused both on the interior and exterior of the campuses. Every property is getting a number of measures that keep the building ready, even while it's not occupied. That includes water system purging and constant cleaning, and to ensure PPE is in place and site poster communication is ready. The most talked about system right now is the ventilation system, and I'm excited to report we may have been the first local district to recognize this important system and begin ordering materials last spring using the CDC recommendation of the MERV 13 filters. We also took it another step further, which other districts may not have done, and that is disinfecting all of our unit coils with an EPA List N product approved for COVID-19. I'm happy to report we had all of these measures completed before the first day of school, which means we are ready when it is safe to proceed with in-person learning. I'm also very proud of our M&O HVAC staff for completing this work with 97% of the work done in-house. We have also purchased and have available machines that can disinfect classroom ductwork when there are cases of positive tests for COVID in our spaces, in concert with our custodial cleaning and disinfecting program, making them ready for reoccupation quicker. I think it is also important to share that we have already ordered and received commitment from our vendor for a replacement set of MERV 13 filters that will be here for the next time we need to change those filters per the manufacturer's instructions of our units. We may be receiving this second set of filters at the same time other districts are receiving their first set, something that just reaffirms our group's effort to safety. We are ensuring all outdoor air vents are working and open to ensure maximum outdoor air mixing and proper room air exchange rates are happening with the outdoor air quality in mind when decisions are being made. We also will be creating information for the site administrators on ideas to help improve indoor air quality, including when doors and windows could be open, while also observing other safety guidelines associated with access to schools. For the cleaning of our classrooms over the summer, we did use the team cleaning method because it provides the most consistent cleaning standard across all classrooms, which is an important aspect right now. We're using the CDC recommended and EPA approved products for COVID-19 in addition to our regular work, making sure spaces get disinfected twice this summer. Other benefits of team cleaning is our ability to more closely connect with work with our employees. When they're at 9 sites, we have 9 teams. Each week, our supervisors get to talk with and work with each custodian daily. When they're at their individual sites, we are not able to see them as often and make sure they are supported in the same manner with tools and being on schedule. This also helps with the overall wellness we want to consider for our employees. Being able to talk to them, see them every day, I'm told, is a comforting aspect of team cleaning. Friendships are made and stay intact, helping us to continue to care for each other. For the school year, during in-person learning, our custodial run sheets are being adjusted to make sure all used spaces are cleaned daily and disinfected per local health guidelines, especially in between each cohort. We have completed some facility changes that people will notice on our campus, such as glass shields for single point of contact with the public and posters in all languages appropriate to the campus, as recommended by the CDC and risk management. Risk management has also helped identify work routines to offices that we can help with at M&O to make staff safer, from providing bulk wipe dispensers for shared office machines and any other barriers that may need to be appropriately installed. Floor stickers and office occupancy limit signs are also developed to help with staff overcrowding in these types of spaces. And all of our posters are on a shared drive, so a site can produce as much as needed after the initial placement by M&O, or replace signs that are damaged without delay. This also helps with us keeping a consistent looking communication across the schools. Here an example of a glass shield from the office at Carmichael, what the bulk wipe looks like in the office, a rolling glass shield that each site will have one of those as the principal would like to use it for, hand sanitizing stations, and some of our stickers. Classrooms. All classrooms have sanitizer stations that can be topped off nightly. Plus we gave each teacher desk a 17-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer. Assistant Superintendent Camarda and Ms. Chenoweth have put together furniture layout scenarios for various size classrooms to help with social distancing. A proposal we share with administrators is to leave all the desks in the classrooms during the hybrid model, and each child still has their own space, and the empty desk for that cohort acts as an additional barrier for distance. Each site has also been allotted some safety desk guards. Each site has 5 for certain situations that require a more individual interaction between student and teacher. Student services, such as speech therapy, for example, will be provided their own guards to help decrease sharing items as much as practical and ensure these services continue without interruption in case the site supply is already in use. We'll need to be mindful we are not littering the campuses with too many stickers and signs. We have created age-appropriate hand washing stickers for the student restrooms and deploying additional hand sanitizer stations in areas that may have higher demand. In talking with principals, I also know that they're working with their student governments to participate with the communication, making it a student message, something our group looks forward to supporting as well. This is a list of PPE that was delivered in late July to each school, and we continue to build on that allotment. We are currently delivering today, actually, and Monday, more shields, student cloth masks that were provided by the state for students that may need them, and trying to predict the rate in which these items need to be replaced. So you'll see every school, depending generally on their size, these are the minimums that were provided. The principal should know, I hope, where everything is. It was delivered to them as they returned in late summer. And a simple work order can help reestablish any of those minimums that they need. Here's a picture of our crew putting together these pallets. 65 pallets were put together in 2 days. We had painters and plumbers and electricians and supervisors and everybody just putting these together in the warehouse and getting them out. And some of the items we're always talking about, they're kind of wait and sees as we understand what the county will allow us to do, but that's working with food services to understand what lunch may look like and if they need support there, what athletics will be looking like and what kind of support we can provide there. And I also need to just make a great comment. Our bus drivers are at our sites right now. They were assigned sites, and they're supporting custodial, they're supporting the office staff, they're supporting meal services right now. So everybody really is taking the team aspect and creating something good out of a challenging time.